Welcome to another episode of Christian Capitalism, where we talk about God, motivation, and money. Todd's Help is about what's helped me for over 30 years, and I want to share and hope that my prayer is always the prayer of one, that at least one of you gets at least one thing from what I'm going to talk about today. Today we're going to talk about you're never too old to chase a noble goal. And we have mentors all around us, and we have to be aware of that. Today I'm going to share a story with you. And this individual I met years ago, he was a guidance counselor. He was in his 50s. And as I got to know him, I realized that there was a story there. When he retired from being a guidance counselor in his 60s, he moved to another state and opened up a franchise in the Beltone hearing aid agency. And he did that for a few years to build up more capital to support his retirement. He invested in himself. And this individual was pretty unique because he also did some other pretty important things. When he was a young man, as I visited with him, he told me that he had been in UGT. In other words, he was grandfathered into the SEALs, as we know the Navy SEALs today. And that was pretty inspiring. Later on, when he was in his 70s, against the advice of all of his friends, he personally built a camp. He had a few people help him, but he built a camp on the water at a popular lake in our area. It's just amazing because he also had to survive cancer in his 70s, and he did it. And as we speak today, this individual at 86 is planning an African safari, a lifelong dream that he has had. And guess what? His wife, who I should mention, she's always along for the ride, is going with him as well. Now, I guess, not everybody at that age is physically able, and he's not so capable that he's going to be able to just run through the safari, but the fact is he's going to do it. C.S. Lewis said, "You're never too old to set a new goal or to dream another dream." I'm going to tell you something else. You're almost never too young, because this week I also met a man, 27 years old, and already at 27 he started up a couple of businesses. He self-taught himself how to weld on YouTube. He has partnered with people and has found investors to go into things like a sawmill. It's just amazing as a 27-year-old. So I draw my inspiration from people on both ends of the spectrum. The young ones who I meet, who it's amazing what they can accomplish because they invest in themselves and they set noble goals that they go after. And the older people, incidentally, the man I spoke about is my father-in-law, Gene Buller. And he has been an inspiration to me for years. So from that, I realized that we are on this earth to reach the mission God gave us. Each and every one of us has a dream, and that dream is fueled by the very DNA we have in us. And we should never close the door or not be open to new challenges. Obstacles become opportunities. Every single one of us is in the business of you incorporated, and you have a brand, and you have a place you want to be. Now, what a good team does is a team takes you where you are, and it finds out from you what your goals are, what your dreams are, and then it helps you to get there quicker. I told a young man who's 27, I said, honestly, you'd have been successful whether you met me or not. If I serve any purpose at all, it's going to be to help you to get there faster, to shorten the curve to success. And that's what I find, that most people who go far places don't go alone. And that leads me to this: partner. Always have a partner. And the partner I'm talking about is Jesus Christ. In everything you do, bring him in to the mission. If God be for us, who can stand against us? Now, if anything I said today makes sense, reach out to us, subscribe, work with the team. That's one of my 10 to win, is find a good team that believes what you believe and is going where you want to go, and go together. And remember well what Uncle Phil always says: I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. God bless.